Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas. And sorry, I was just looking at I wasn't sure if this is actually going live or not because YouTube was getting a little finicky there. This is Hawkeye Season 1, Episode 6. So this is Christmas. This is the season finale. And there's also a contest involved too. So that I'm going to be doing. So if you take a look in the description of the video here, actually the contest rules are there, what to do, all that kind of stuff. I'll also talk about it at the end. I'll show you what the stuff is too that I'm giving you, all that kind of good stuff. So there we go. So before I get started, let me take care of some business and then we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can't, hit that like button, the share button as well. With that said, I'm going to delve right into this. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. Giving you enough time to hit pause, go away, whatever you're going to do, all that kind of good stuff. There we go. Poor MODOK. He's getting a little bumped here and there. So this is this is a fun way to end everything. And of course, nothing ever comes, nothing ever good comes of saying to the guy who has a whole bunch of power that I'm leaving, I'm not working with you anymore. And by the way, I got a bunch of insurance that'll put you in jail if you come after me and my family. What do you think he's going to do? He's going to come after you and your family. Ah. These people just never learn, really. Have you not watched TV at all in the last couple of decades? Anyway, I do love the whole thing with Clint finally, admitting to Kate that they're partners, that her mess is his mess, they're going to clean everything up. And um the making of arrows, the making of all the trick arrows, which was kind of funny. I mean, nope, we can't do that one, it's too dangerous. And yeah, um that the whole final fight scene, where you have all the tracksuit mafia coming in, and honestly, it felt like a video game at one point because there's just more and more tracksuit mafia guys coming in with masks over their face and things like that. Yes, I wasn't in fear. There was no sense of any danger that anybody was in any real danger. To tell you the truth, it just it was a Christmas movie. Is really what it felt like. It felt like a Christmas show and a Christmas movie, and it was enjoyable. It was fun, except when Kingpin showed up and Kate confronts Kingpin, and that whole thing with her hitting him in the chest dead center with an arrow. So if you're trying to wonder what the fuck that was about, he has a suit made of Kevlar. That entire suit is made out of Kevlar, which is why he has all those white suits. So oh great, another troll. There we go. So let me just take care of that and report. Merry Christmas, motherfucker. There you go. So, yeah, his whole suit is made out of Kevlar. Um, that's why he was able to withstand the point blank shot that Kate gave him. Also, how he was able to withstand the blast that happens later on that she hits him with. I mean, she hits him with a lot of shit, and he goes down. But you got to remember, Kingpin is someone who can go toe to toe with Spider-Man and can really beat the shit out of Spider-Man. uh, at least in the comics. In the MCU, I think they kind of raised up Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin to that level finally, which is like what you're supposed to be doing. So, Raymond says Kate essentially killed those guys in the truck. Yeah, she did. But CBM says Kate's mother likes to lecture her about consequences, but she doesn't seem to realize about the consequences of her own. So yeah, so This is cleaning up a lot of messes. I'm glad to see that Jack was not a part of this, and that he's just a dumb fuck, really, is what he is. He's a playboy and he likes swords, of course, being the swordsman, as he is. And it was a great little scene of him taking out the sword and taking out tracksuit mafias. It was just really funny. And then let's just talk about Yelena. And I really love this character, Yelena. We see more of her now, and just her interaction with her and Kate. I could see a buddy superhero movie or superhero series with Kate and Yelena. Um, I think that would work fairly well, with them doing shenanigans over New York City, and then at night, of course, complaining to Yelena complaining to her about certain things, and then just the girl talk kind of stuff. It was funny. They actually did they play well off of each other. The LARPers, of course, dressing up in their LARP gear to direct people out of the building. Uh, that was a little far fetched, but also just comical. Like I said, it was everything was played for comedy. The one thing that I found disturbing, but also just really fucking funny, is the truck. The guys in the Trustabro truck that end up getting shrunk down. Then the owl comes and picks up the truck. He goes and just fly off with it. And and Clint's like, "Well, I'm gonna have to ask Scott about that. What to do next?" And then he goes, "Well, then there's that." Raymond says Yelena could be both heartbreaking and hilarious. Great actress. Yes, I agree with you. The whole thing of breaking down what happened between Clint and Natasha, and everything else in between was just actually really good. At first, I thought he was going to invite her to Christmas dinner over at the over at his family's house, but maybe that would have been pushing it a little too far. And hey, mercenary X84, how's it going? Yeah. And then, having the whole end scene. Oh, and then the costumes too. Can I just say the costumes were pretty funny as well? Having that done by the LARPers. And Clint's costume looked pretty good. I mean, he had a good costume going, and he seemed to like the flexibility of it, let him move a little bit more, you know. It's a good series. It really is. This is actually one of the refreshing non-superpowered series. Oh, and then the ending, of course, with Maya um shooting him in the head, or well, shooting Kingpin. We never see her shoot him. We hear the shot and we hear the thud. So in the comics, in Daredevil, Maya does shoot Kingpin, and she shoots him in the head, and he survives. He actually goes through reconstructive surgery and loses his eyesight for a little bit, and then his eyesight comes back. Because he's a tough motherfucker to kill. That's the whole thing. Kingpin is supposed to be like this really tough guy that can't be killed all that easily. And I'm sure we're going to get more of that in the Echo series, which is going to be coming to Disney Plus as well. So, yeah. CBM says, I feel like the truck guys are probably alive, start wandering around New York and build their own mini society. You've been watching what is that one on Hulu? Solar Opposites, The Wall. Are they gonna build the Wall Society? Raymond said, I love how this series showed what the Fraction comics did. A good superhero story doesn't always need to be high stakes. Exactly. And it's not just Matt Fraction, by the way. It's also David Ija. So yeah, they worked hand in hand together. Because I mean, honestly, Fraction story is great, but Aja's artwork is what sold it quite a bit as well. There's I remember he actually had tweeted something out about there's a panel of Clint leaping naked across the room, and there's another panel that's covering over the naughty bits, and David Aja says, "I can't believe Marvel actually let me, you know, they printed that, they allowed that, which all those years ago in the Hawkeye series." It's pretty funny, but yeah. And of course, we didn't really have anything in the Stinger. I really thought Daredevil was going to show up. To tell you the truth, I really thought Daredevil was going to make a little appearance in the Stinger, but instead, the Stinger we got was Rogers the musical. We got the entire song at that point. The "I Can Do This All Day," which was pretty funny because if you listen to the lyrics, I always have the subtitles on. So the lyrics of "Can't you take your battle someplace else?" What was the other thing? "We'll blame you tomorrow, but for right now, it's okay." That was the other one that just kind of made me laugh. "We'll blame you tomorrow, but it's okay. But it's okay today." For all the damage that was going on, and there was little like snide comments like that throughout the entire musical number there, and I like that they did a good job of that. Oh, and then also we got the dog finally named too. Instead of just the pizza dog, he's finally been called Lucky by the end of the series here. Even though we knew his name was Lucky to begin with, but still, yeah, they finally named him Lucky, and Kate gets to meet the family, and we find out who the watch belongs to, and it should have been a no brainer, honestly. Um, the watch should have been a no brainer to me, but I just couldn't figure it out that it was Clint's wife. That was her watch because it looked like a men's watch. It really did, but to each their own. Raymond said, "I just love watching Kate fumble her way through this world." Yeah, it was pretty fucking funny, I have to admit. CBM says that's pretty meta. Yeah, it is really meta. But what do you do when Marvel comes to you and says, "Hey, can you write a song for a musical that doesn't exist in one of our series?" And just reference the Battle of New York if you can, and make it be about the Avengers if you can. I still love that. Also in that whole musical number, they praise Ant-Man even though he wasn't really there, and then Hawkeye, they're just like, "Hey, you seem like a really swell guy." That's all they say about him. That was the other thing that just kinda made me chuckle and laugh. I mean, it's good. The whole thing is a Christmas story. It really is. The whole series is a 3-hour Christmas story. 3 hours or 6 hours? 6 hours. 6-hour Christmas story. And I think at one point people were saying that, they were kinda hoping that this becomes like a Christmas classic, and, even the showrunner was saying that as well. They hope that it becomes a Christmas classic. Maybe somebody saw Ant-Man from Endgame and reported it. Possibly. Good lord, man. These fucking trolls are just ridiculous. And there we go. There's another troll that's gone. So, um, oh, there was the other thing too that I wanted to mention. Someone had brought up, I think it was some article I read someplace that, or a blog post or something like that. There was a theory that Vanessa de la Contessa, blah 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 blah. Um, yeah, yeah. Julia Louise Dreyfus's character that's been, at the tail end of a lot of these things. That she is actually Vanessa Fisk, and that she is building Fisk's private superpowered army, Thunderbolts. Because in the comics, Fisk actually is in charge of the Thunderbolts. He's also mayor of New York now at this point too, and has outlawed vigilantism. So there's all kinds of stuff that's going on there. Yeah, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think that Vanessa. I don't think that she is Vanessa Fisk. I still think she's the ex agent of Shield. What's my favorite trick arrow? It's probably the Pym arrows. The Pym arrows are actually fun. They're a lot of fun. So, although I did really like the one that just kind of rotated around once it hit and started throwing all the flechettes out, like, especially the flechettes that have the little sleeping agent that's attached to them, so it hits them and it knocks all the tracksuit mafia guys out. That was actually kind of a cool one too. Although I don't know how tenable that would actually be, or if it would actually work. I mean, the Pym one's actually pushing it because it looked like it was just really heavy on the front there. Also, being in this reality, that doesn't work that way, or we can enlarge things and shrink them down. Be a nice trick if you could do it. So, the contest. What is the contest about? So, what's going to happen is with the contest here, you guys are going to comment down below. Once this becomes a video, you're going to comment down below in the comment section of this video. And a week from now, probably around 4 p.m. is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a drawing online, live stream here, and I'm going to pick 6 names out of the hat. There's going to be 3 winners and 3 runners up. So first prize, grand prize, is going to be the Kate Bishop and Clint Barton ugly sweater pin. So these are official Marvel pins, by the way. So yes, you'll be getting that. That is the grand prize right there. The first prize runner-up, or the first prize, I should say, will be the Clint Barton pin. If I can, get you there. There we go. And the second prize will be Kate Bishop, the Kate Bishop pin. There we go. As long as you live within the continental United States. International rates are a fucking huge amount. So I can't afford that, unfortunately. So it's continental United States or nothing. There you go. So yeah, you've got 1 week to put in a comment. Only 1 entry per person. I don't care how many comments you leave. It's just gonna be 1 entry. That's it. You don't go putting in 50 comments because you're not getting 50 entries in there. You're just getting 1 entry. You know who you are out there. What else do I have going on for the rest of this week? Well, tomorrow is going to be Station 11, episodes 4 and 5 of Station 11. That'll be tomorrow afternoon. Friday is going to be a double header. It's going to be the season finale of The Wheel of Time, and then The Expanse is what we've got going on. Saturday, we're all off because it's Christmas Day. Go and be with your loved ones. Do whatever you're going to do. And Sunday will be a special episode of Spoiler Alert, where basically we get to talk about anything spoilerific that has come out into this, out into the world. Nothing that is, excuse me, no sneak previews, anything like that. We're just going to be talking about, stuff that's out there, and you can talk spoilers about it at that point. Next week, yes, I will be doing the Matrix Resurrection. I just haven't figured out what day I'm going to do it yet. I haven't put out the new schedule yet. So what you're going to do is go over to suspendedfanimation.com, take a look at the schedule I put up there. I'm going to change it out probably on Monday is what will happen there. So you'll see the new schedule come up on Monday for all of that. And if you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible. One of the videos, my vast video library, pops up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you, excuse me. Wow. If you don't want to be notified when YouTube, when I come on live, you can hit that bell down below and YouTube won't notify you. So what you should do is go over to suspendedfanimation.com, take a look at that schedule I put up there. And then also, and it has all the links to my social media and all my pages up there as well. Sorry, I got a little bit of dry throat there for a second. All right. With that said, I'm going to let you guys go for the night. Thank you to everyone who joined me tonight in the chat. And thank you if you made it this far in the video. Remember, leave a comment down below in the comment section, to get entered into that contest if you're within the continental United States. Otherwise, you can still leave a comment. I mean, just let me know that you're not eligible if that's the case. Just say it someplace in the comment there. Thank you, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow for Station 11. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may end up having the fat man on your case. And that's no bueno. It really isn't. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay safe, be well, take care. Wear those masks, get those vaccine shots, get those booster shots as well, and the flu shot. I know it's a lot of shots, but it's really only 4. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay safe, take care, and be good to each other. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.